One of the things that we hear very often is that women are crazy, that they are crazy and chaotic and all over the place, and they cannot be understood, and um, that they're just a mystery for men. And men, we react in different ways to that energy, that personality of the woman, of the feminine. And sometimes it's with fear, sometimes we are in awe, sometimes we're overwhelmed or attracted to that. What I wanted to speak about today is to propose the idea of seeing her emotions as a treasure, as something actually valuable to encounter, to deal with. Not to deal with, but rather to the way that we approach as men, the way that we approach her emotions in a way to welcome them and not to see them as an attack, not to see them as something that's overwhelming or annoying or that sort of thing. So if we only prioritize her good aspects or the aspects which are kind and sweet and helpful and positive and all of that, then we don't allow her expression of those times when her feelings may be the opposite of that. You know, when she's feeling sad or angry or afraid or confused, jealous, envious, or any other number of emotions that she may go through. And if we approach her or encounter her in the way that we welcome her heart as a treasure, her emotions as a treasure, as something that we are actually interested in the unraveling of that, encouraging her to feel more, encouraging her to express what she's feeling, it actually creates an opening and a trust. You know, she begins to see that we actually care about how she feels. We allow an open pathway for that expression to flow. And then when she sees that, she feels understood, and that helps the trust to grow between us. You know, so by making her emotions a priority, by making her heart a treasure, a priority, something that we say yes to, by that we create a bridge between us and her, a bridge of understanding. And it doesn't mean that those emotions we will change them in any way. It's not about that, but we allow them to flow through. So if she's feeling chaotic or angry or whatever the emotion is, instead of fighting against it, instead of trying to get her out of it or judge her or run away from her, our job as men is to stand by her with an openness, to be sort of the edges holding that, you know, to be the edges of the sandpit, and all of that chaos and whatever's happening inside that sandpit, it can happen. Just allow it to happen. You know, sometimes it is necessary to sort of redirect her or break her out of a pattern when she's stuck in something. But the key thing is just to sort of listen, you know, and just allow, you know, see them as a gift and not see them as a curse in that way. So yeah, that can be something to practice, you know, next time your partner or the woman that you're encountering gives you a gift of an emotion that you find difficult to deal with or to handle, just watch yourself, see how you respond to that. And is it possible to respond in a way um, where you welcome that energy, even if it feels uncomfortable? And it doesn't mean being a doormat or being walked all over by her. It's more about seeing her in an innocent way, you know, seeing that she really is going through something and she's feeling something, and that matters, that her feelings actually matter. And with some women, they don't care about their own feelings, they don't understand their own feelings, they experience them, but they don't necessarily comprehend what's going on inside themselves. And if you can give her that gift, without becoming her therapist, um, it is something very powerful, and it can bring more connection between you. So what we're talking about is creating more bridges and less walls. And by welcoming her emotions, um, we create an openness in us, a receptivity to her, which gives her the space to be receptive to us. It goes both ways. And that doesn't mean that we play the same role. It's not up to us to be pouring out our emotions on her. This is something which is better for us to do on our own, or with other men or other people who are not in that container. And the reason for that is we don't want to create a dynamic where she has to be the one holding space for us, because it inverts the polarity between us. So as a man, you should be open to allowing her that expression and allowing her that openness, but don't allow her to ever become your therapist. And don't give your power away in that way. The goal is to welcome her vulnerability and welcome her to open up. You are to be honest and vulnerable at times, but not in a way that would jeopardize the dynamic between you. Because ultimately, we want that attraction to continue. And if the dynamic is reversed, if she ends up being your therapist, if you end up pouring out your emotions and feelings and all of that onto her, you become the chick in the relationship.